Okay.
3 years ago, I met a young lady who I considered to be a diamond in the rough. She was 17 at the time, 7 months pregnant, living in a brothel, and was very confused. After being abused by her father and so many other men for many years, it's been 3 years, and finally, Gift is ready to tell her story to the world. It's a story that will make you a cocktail of emotions, but eventually it will inspire you. It's a story of the power of love and survival. Welcome to the Talk with Vanessa. My name is Vanessa, and it will be an honor to introduce my guest today on the show to you. Gift, welcome to the Talk with Vanessa.
Thank you, Auntie V.
So finally we are here.
Yes.
I mean, I can't believe that this has become a conversation. I mean, we're talking about this in the past tense. I know how tough this journey has been for you.
Yeah.
Looking at you now, there's almost no trace of the woman you were, the woman who had been through all of that. I mean, looking at you now, I'm beyond proud of you.
Thank you.
For the benefit of those who are listening to the show, now that you are ready, it's taking you 3 years to get to this point.
Yeah.
And it's been 3 long, hard years. But we are finally here. Let's start with the first things first. Tell us, what was growing up like for you?
Yeah, growing up was good. It was good till when I turned out 6. That was where the journey started.
What happened?
At that point, that was when I started. Okay, that was when my father started molesting me as a sexual.
You know, when you say your father started sexually molesting you, somebody is wondering, you're 6. What could your father possibly do? Is this your stepfather or your biological father? Can you break it down a little bit?
He's my biological father, for those wondering. And for the abuse, he uses his finger. And,
wow.
Yeah. And then at times he tries to use his penis to see if it could penetrate.
Okay.
But at that time, at times he gets to it. He does what he wants. I don't know how he does it, but I know at times he uses it till he satisfies himself with his penis, not even finger.
Okay, so he moved from finger to penis, yes, and then it was a painful experience.
Very, very painful. Very painful. Because I could recall when I was in primary 4, there was a point I didn't go to school with pants for like 1 month because my private part was bringing out some whitish thing and it was so painful.
Are you serious? Yeah. Where was your mom when all of this was happening?
Well, when it started, she was not with us.
Okay.
She was in the police academy then, and after that they transferred her to like they posted her somewhere.
Okay.
Another state.
Okay.
So she was not really with us. But when she came back, she was asking me because she was feeling it, and at times she was like noticing something. But I kept telling her no because I was scared.
Why were you scared? Did your dad threaten you?
Yes, he did. He had a gun then.
Whoa.
Yes, that was then. He had a gun, and I don't really know what a gun is, but I know it can kill someone. And he brings a knife, which you know that if it cuts you, you see blood. So, and he threatens me with my mom's life too. Like if I tell my mom, he will kill my mom and he will kill me. And I love my mom so much. So I know that, even though I was a kid, I know that's yes.
Wow. So the threat was the reason why you couldn't open up to your mom?
Yes.
Did she ever get to see the whitish thing while you were not going to school?
She did. She saw it. And she was asking me whether I was playing rough in school with any boy, and I was like, no, I was not playing rough. And she was just busy with her work. Let me just put it there.
Are you the last born in the family?
No, I'm the first.
Hold on, you're the first child of your family, yeah?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I'm not too surprised because, of course, I know the story. But as much as I know the story, it's still a shock to me. I have a daughter who's 3, and I'm wondering. I mean, I can't. It's not even something I can even imagine. I can't, and I don't think anyone should. Now, what did your mom eventually get to know the truth about what was happening to you?
Yeah, she eventually got to know the truth, but that was 6 years down the line later.
6 years from 6 years. So you were about 12?
Yes.
And what was her reaction?
She was devastated at first. She was shocked. She was angry. She was, she was everything. Everything.
I can imagine.
Yes. But she decided to leave him and stay on her own. But her family, from where she came from as well, her mom married 2 husbands, which her stepfather, the man she's with right now, is her stepfather, and they were like, marriage is the only solution. So her mom was like, she should forgive and forget. She let her not make her a laughing stock or something. And then there church comes in. Church was like, it's better for her to forgive and forget and all that. That was it.
And so she forgave your husband, and it was water under the bridge.
She forgave him.
And they were living together as husband and wife.
They were.
And you were in that house. How did that make you feel?
Terrible.
What did you do afterwards? When you found out that your mom wasn't going to do anything, wasn't going to stand up for you, it was just going to be what will be, will be.
It was terrible because even as a small child as of then, I started mingling with some group of people to an extent that I took my mom's picture and my dad's picture and I went to a native doctor. I was like, I wanted them dead. And I paid some, but because I was born and bred in the north, I paid some Hausa men, which like they call them assassins. I was like, they should kill my parents. So someone that knew that I was going to go and do that told my mom about what was happening.
How did you get the money?
It was nothing. My mom always keeps money at home.
Okay.
She was well to do, yes.
Okay.
When we were in the north, she was
doing
very
well.
well, yes,
okay.
Because her family, that's her state.
Who introduced you to these guys?
That is the girl that told my mom what I was about to do.
The girl that introduced you to them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So that was it, and they had to investigate and all that. So they arrested those men and they refunded the money and all that. So it made me feel really terrible, and I started keeping some bad friends, and that was when I started smoking at the age of 12.
You started smoking at 12?
Yes.
Smoking? Were you drinking?
I was smoking, drinking, taking all sorts of drugs that you could ever imagine.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Whew. That would have been a rough childhood.
Yeah, it was.
Now, I know that experience traumatized you. You became a rebel, and as a result, you did some things. I know those things, but I want you to tell us which part of those things you want to talk about. The things that this trauma led you to do.
I did a lot of things. I really, really did a lot of things that I don't even know where to start from. But there's this one thing I never did. Prostitution.
Why?
I felt that giving my body to a man, that men are not just worth it. Because aside my father, I also got molested by other men that I was seeking help from. Yes, I hated sex, to be honest. I hated sex, and at that point, since they knew what I wanted, at times they forced me and they end up throwing me out like rag, like a piece of trash.
Wow.
So the one I really want to talk about is the stealing aspect, because I robbed, yes.
Wow.
In order to survive. In order not to do that prostitution, I had to rob, and then I duped. Yes. Yes, I did that.
You robbed as in
I stood on the road. Yes. I'm saying it now. I can cock a gun. Yes.
You can cock a gun.
Yes.
Gift, I'm scared of you.
You don't have to be scared. You don't have to be scared.
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. You have become a daughter. There's practically nothing that you can do. I mean, why should I be scared of you, really? So, it's been rough. It's been rough for you. And, I mean, I don't even know where to start from. Now, at what point did you decide to let go of your bad life?
That was when I met Auntie V. Yes.
Which Auntie V? Me?
You, Vanessa, yeah.
Oh, I'm feeling good with myself right now. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Yes. When I met you, I was 7 months pregnant then with my second child.
Oh, your second child. Yeah. Hold on a bit. Let's go back a little bit. Okay. Who you have another child? Who's responsible for that child? How did you come about having her? And how old were you at the time?
I was around I think I was about 14, 15.
Okay.
But I don't look it because I don't look it. I look matured, and if I tell you how old I am, you won't even believe. Yes, so I met this guy. He's a Fulani guy, yes. This might go worldwide and he might end up hearing it someday.
Oh, well. He may not. This is your story. And the idea of this story is to let a parent out there who intends to be a parent, an intending parent or a parent, to understand the place of responsibility. The society at large, it's a combination of families. And in my opinion, how far a nation goes depends on how much importance is put in that unit called a family. We are all a reflection of our experiences, especially our childhood experiences. If you see a nation that is in chaos, what for me as a marriage counselor, all I see is families in chaos, raising dysfunctional children. So you see dysfunctional adults trying to become parents. They will end up raising dysfunctional children if they did not get help to stabilize them. So your story is something that a parent or an intending parent out there would see and be armed with information and not take certain things for granted. Now, your mom accepted to forgive your dad, but at the time she probably did not consider the psychological effect that decision would have made on you. I'm thinking that at some point you would have hoped that you were probably looking forward to your mom coming back, because your mom was going to be like your savior. And here you're looking at your savior and no help. So you moved out of the house.
Yes.
And became your one-man squad. And now you have 2 children. And you're going to be 20. In the 20 years of your life, you have seen more than people in their 50s as a result of what you've been through. I know how you were when I met you. And I feel like if somebody had just paid attention to you, somebody has just told you, I care, you probably wouldn't have you wouldn't have become the rebel that you were at that time. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. So, the Fulani guy impregnated you.
Yeah.
You had your first child.
Yes.
Now you were now pregnant. I know you were pregnant at the time when we met the first time.
Yes.
You were 7 months pregnant.
Yes.
Now you've had her.
Yes.
How is motherhood for you?
It's tough, but it's beautiful.
Yeah. Because it's just like a baby now trying to raise a baby.
Yeah. It's tough, but it's beautiful.
So at what point did you decide that I'm done? I don't want to live this life anymore. That was where we left off.
Yeah, as I said, when I met you, and then when I saw those girls, those two girls, whenever I see them, I want to give them what I didn't have, what they didn't give me. Yes, I want to be sure that they live a beautiful life. Everybody has his or her own experiences, and that experiences is what make you who you are.
True.
They will have their own experiences, but I just don't want it to be like mine.
As terrible.
Yes, I don't want them to have experiences with men, sexual. That that's the worst thing that can happen to any girl. Yes.
That's early sexual exposure, and I think it just matures you. One day I'm going to tell my own story, but today is not about me. I feel like the world is going to shake the day I'm going to tell my own story. But let's not take the shine away from you. Now life is good. When you say it was because you met me, what was that? What made the difference for you meeting me? What made that difference?
You were loving, you were caring, you were supportive. Even as of when I saw myself as nothing, I didn't see myself going anywhere. You always told me that there is a brighter side to everything, and that there is this great person in me that is about to come out. And you kept pushing me harder until I started realizing it myself. So if they should give credit to anything happening now in my life, it should go to you first.
And it goes to God.
Yes, God takes all the glory, but
because true, but I'm very mindful when I say this. I'm not saying it because I want to be humble. It could have been anyone that God positioned for you to have a better life. It could have been anyone. So for me, it's a privilege because this is the essence of life. I want to be able to leave this world and say, I lived well. And it's a privilege. I always tell people, it's a terrible thing to see somebody who should have become better with your influence, become better without you. It's a bad place to be. For example, you're a rich guy. You have money. This girl would have become the best doctor if you would have just seen her through school, or not asked for her body, and paid her way through school and not ask for anything in return, but you decided not to give help her because you wanted to get into her pants, and you withheld your money, and somebody else picked her up, and one day you just opened the doors of a hospital. There she is. You feel like the ground should open. So when I say I give the glory to God, it's not me trying to be humane. I actually feel it was a privilege. I mean, there were 1,001 persons you would have spoken to, or God would have orchestrated your step, but He chose me. So I feel very privileged. Now, away from that, what are you doing? When I say, in the beginning, I said this is a story of love and survival. Now, you're on your 2 feet. What are you doing for a living?
Teacher.
A proud teacher.
Yeah, I'm a teacher.
Fantastic. I know that, okay, first of all, whilst all of that was happening, where was school?
School. Did you say school?
I said school.
Wow.
Because someone will be asking, okay, could she have gone through all of this and be going to school? Now she's a teacher, or you're a teacher in training. You love kids. What is it really?
There was no school. Yes. Because from I was opportune to go to school early, and
okay.
I was very small then in my class. I was the smallest,
okay.
Because I was smart, I was intelligent, and sometimes the teachers would be like, Gift, you're not supposed to be here, you're supposed to be ahead, you understand, all those kind of things. In my church, they always, if they're doing something, Gift is, where is she? She needs to present this, she needs to quote from the Bible. So when this happened, I was in my I think my JS3. Yes, that was when my mom got to find out. That was 12 years. Yes, I was in JS3 then.
So, I forgot to ask you a question, because from what you've said now, you had a background, a church background where you knew Bible. How did you feel? Did you feel like, did this experience affect your relationship with God?
Yes, so it did. It did, because I was like, where is God? Yes, if he was there, he needs to do something. He needed to do something. The only thing they always do is preach. You need to fear God. If you don't do this, you go to hellfire. But I don't say it. And the thing is that my dad is a bad example. At times, after everything, he still comes home and he prays with us. And
oh my God!
My dad is the one.
Oh my God!
Morning
Devotion.
prayers. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God! I can imagine.
I will open my eyes and I'll be like, "What is this?" I'm telling you. Even till now, at times when he wants to conduct morning devotion,
you're just disgusted.
I'm telling you, I'll be like, what is all this? I prefer my mom to say the morning prayers and everything. And the worst is, he will come and open Bible.
Oh my God.
He will tell you not to do this, not to do that.
Oh my God.
And you will be like, you keep asking yourself.
I'm just thinking, if I was in that,
you'll be asking yourself,
I feel like
the devil be preaching.
He's
not living his own life. He's not living according to what he's preaching. How does he expect me to listen to him? So God was totally out of it. I was like, if God can spare someone like him, then I don't think God really exists. Do you understand? So that was it. Yeah.
But has that notion changed? Do you still feel like God exists?
Yeah, he exists because he's beautiful. Yeah, he exists.
At what point did you now realize that?
At the point I met Mrs. Vanessa Willie.
OMG. Okay, away from that. Okay. Now, you love teaching.
Yes. Because everybody must pass through a teacher, whether you like it or not. And it's a privilege to be where I am today, to teach these little children, to impute values in their lives. Like, if you watch out our world today, it has turned to something else. Parents don't have times for their kids again. They just leave them for, I pay the teacher. What the parents pay is not enough for that thing you're doing for that child. Because in school is where you see so many different things where children can't talk. Do you know, at times I wish that if I had a teacher like
that was close to you, it would have made a world of difference. Yes, because it would have made a world of difference. You would have opened up to somebody.
Yes. How I tend to these children, how I listen to them. There is any child that complains to you, listen. If he says something, just listen.
Children don't lie.
Listen, because so doing my job is just beautiful. It's wonderful. I'm seeing myself in them, trying to create a better me.
Have you seen, being in that space, have you seen or heard experiences where children have been through what you've been through?
Yes, but not really like mine.
Okay.
Yes. There is this boy. I've told you about it. Yes. So he, if not that he spoke to a teacher, they would have kept on molesting him, both from the male and the female side.
Yeah, you told me that story.
Yes.
You told me that story. Yeah. Parents need to pay attention.
They really need to.
If you had an opportunity to advise a younger you, what advice would it be?
I would have looked at myself and I would be like, gifts, smoking, drinking, it's not the best. I would have told myself it was better to forgive then and try to live a better life, because success is the best revenge. Yes. If you're not successful, you're harming yourself.
OMG, I can't believe you're the one saying this. Success is the best. That sounds like me.
Seriously, yes. It sounds like
you. Very much like me.
You're the one mentoring me, so yes.
OMG. Yeah, success is the best revenge. Do you resent your parents? Do you still, what's your relationship like with your parents right now?
Well, My relationship with them is just is there. I've forgiven
Nothing,
him.
nothing spectacular.
Nothing spectacular. I've forgiven him and her for not really being there and listening, and him for not accepting till today that he did anything. Yes.
He still hasn't come. He hasn't accepted that he's done something wrong. That makes forgiving very difficult.
It's not difficult because you know why? If I keep thinking and like I say he hasn't accepted yet, I'm hurting myself, and I keep reflecting at those things that happen, and it just keeps hurting me. And instead of me using that time I'm thinking and reflecting on those things to think of a better way to make money, and be a better person.
You like I have always seen it in your eyes that you like money. Gift.
To be a better person, and try to make the world a better place. I'll be there thinking of someone else that I don't think is ready to
change.
To change, yeah. Yes.
I mean, it's been awesome. I'm glad that you finally come to that place where you're strong enough to control the narratives of your life, deciding how it goes. And I also want to use this opportunity to thank Bella Ninja for being a partner to this program, giving us a platform, letting the world hear our voice. I just want to say a very big thank you for being proud sponsors, partners of the Talk with Vanessa, and to everyone out there. If you're a parent or an intending parent or a human out there, a little kindness can go a long way to change your life. I encourage you to be kind to someone who doesn't have the capacity to say thank you at the same level, to appreciate you at the same level. Just be good. It pays to be good, because goodness is like building a bridge. One day you will need to walk on that bridge yourself. So love, genuinely care, and as a parent, I urge you, pay attention. No amount of money you're going to make in this world will ever make up for the times that you were not there. You will never get the opportunity to watch your child be 2 years or 3 years again. Don't try to start being a parent when the child has passed their formative years. So the child is 18, or 15, that's when you now want to teach them how to do certain things. At that point, all you're doing is damage control, because the child is already formed. Pay attention to the formative years of your children. The world that we live in is becoming scarier. It is your responsibility, not the responsibility of the school you're sending your child to. It's not the responsibility of your nanny to care for your children. It is your responsibility. And if you're out there and you need a shoulder to cry on, someone to talk to, you can send us a message, thetalkwithvanessa@gmail.com, or you can send a message on our social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, The Talk with Vanessa. Don't forget to subscribe to our SoundCloud channel and also follow us on social media. Again, it's The Talk with Vanessa @gmail.com if you're sending an email, or at The Talk with Vanessa on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I look forward to having more conversations, more fruitful conversation, and inspiring you with the stories that come your way on The Talk with Vanessa. Until next week, Friday, I'm still your favorite lady. Keep loving, keep living, keep enjoying. Have I told you lately that I love you? I do. I do. I do. I do.